And so I was listening to the Old Testament from the LDS website. And so here are my comments on Exodus 1 through 40. Exodus 1. New generations will not always apply the arrangements of the former generations. Exodus 2. When we identify with the covenants of old, they can be renewed on the spiritual platform. Exodus 3. Over definition of spiritual things can draw suspicion, but confessing to be of the same religion as the prophets of previous generations is the way. Exodus 4. Your creator can change your limitations. Exodus 5. People that want to take prayer breaks out of a lack of work to do. Or that shouldn't be their motivation anyways. Exodus 6. Marriage and child raising is essential to the spiritual covenant. Exodus 7. Those who don't heed the representatives of God's will have the signs of God turn against them. Exodus 8. Don't expect hardship to encourage those in charge towards increasing freedom. Exodus 9. It often helps to represent what you want to occur in your rituals. Exodus 10. Desperation comes upon those in an unstoppable sequence of difficulties. Exodus 11. Luxury is to be given to those who have unfulfilled needs. Exodus 12. The biblical New Year, like the Islamic New Year, is based around fleeing the nation in its ignorance to have one ruled in righteousness. Exodus 13. Specify a share of your material existence or divinity, and deity will enlighten and obscure for you. Exodus 14. One must operate one's own consciousness in the face of the places, things, and people in their other path. Exodus 15. If enough are steadfast, then whole group identities and systems of choices with material culture can be replaced. Exodus 16. Eat and work differently at different times. Exodus 17. Our needs can be provided for, but we need to know where and how to apply our efforts. Exodus 18. Spiritual and political communities can combine on their general agreements. Exodus 19. The real Zionism is in ritual competence and behavioral excellence. Exodus 20. Some commandments link into other ones, and it starts in consciousness. Exodus 21. People should interact together in appropriate ways and endure punishments when they are not in certain ways. Exodus 22. Atone with what is best are in multiples of what the damage is thought to have been. Exodus 23. Everyone needs a break and a focus to perform better. Exodus 24. When we eat and drink, we can spiritualize it as preparation of the greater communion. Exodus 25. Symbolic structures and processes manifest the obedience to spiritual covenants. Exodus 26. Distinctions mark off how and what to experience. Exodus 27. Materials and numbers matter, but perhaps not as much as regularity. Exodus 28. Priesthood is a role and a technology. Exodus 29. The best represents keeping the covenant, doing away with the worst is disassociating with violations, and the compiled represents the communal effort. Exodus 30. Offerings represent before the unveiling, and some potions are for only sacred use. Exodus 30. Bible believers kill people for not taking the same day off every week. Exodus 32. Bible believers kill people for worshiping outside of what their faith says is allowed to be treated as gods or goddesses. Exodus 33. We step aside from identifying with wealth and know how God is manifested, but not the divine essence itself. Exodus 34. Theology comes before commandments. Exodus 35. Worship needs to be willing and is to be available for all genders and classes of people. Exodus 36. Temples represent all lawful human work. Exodus 37. Making contact and the celestial beings are to be according to definitions. Exodus 38. Different symbolism will connect temples to the celestial sphere. Exodus 39. Often the color of items is not meant to be its real life coloring. Exodus 40. The places of worship need to be in accord with the divine instructions and are to change through the sacred year.